From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Super Bowl. And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the New Orleans Saints. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ready, blue ready. You remember me? You remember me?
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Winston And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside. But let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson looking here for Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Here's Coleman. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Colts 40-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready? You ready? 50 seconds to Mike.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kevin Coleman, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Push him back. Push him back. Give me that. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You must be getting tired of walking.
On 2nd and 15 now. Watson. Complete. Smith has it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
White 25. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On first down, it's Coleman. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Winston. Darren Lee, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready? Back, what is that? Mike 50, huh? Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tevin Coleman. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Hey, 59.
Now Watson. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Mike spot. Yo, 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 yo.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
Let's go, let's go.
A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. He'll run it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Mike 50. And that QB's traps. Let's go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Vincent Smith, touchdown number 15 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 23-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Coleman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. The Super Bowl 44 will always link these two teams together, the Colts and the Saints. That was a game that the Saints would win. If you remember, Sean Payton dialed up that onside kick to start the second half. Tracy Porter would eventually seal the victory for the Saints with a pick six of 74 yards. And the Manning family so heavily involved. You think about Archie leading the Saints for 11 seasons, the Manning family being from the New Orleans area, and then Peyton being the quarterback of the Colts in that defeat to the Saints. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Conley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Hey, 31! 57. Mike, 57. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
And that'll set him back 5.
Set. 19. 57. It's a party now. It's a party now.
To throw on second is Watson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
It's 3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Kill.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Ready. Black 25. 3 bucks.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
You got it.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Coleman now. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Winston. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is. A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the Saints' 46-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. It's a second down run with Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Double dog, that's the way. Mike 50. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Watson on third down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got Smith here. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. To throw again on second down. Watson, he'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing on third down, Watson. The open man is Smith. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Out. Hey, alert.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Vincent Smith, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Winston. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, it's Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Check nine.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Another run with Sanders. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. This is the tight end fan. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Sanders. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Miles Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They will run again with Coleman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Winston now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Winston. He completes it to Boyd. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. This will be taken at the 10. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Another run here with Sanders. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Watson to throw on 3rd down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Reuben Foster with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Coleman. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. It's Coleman here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Ready, black 22.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Royce Freeman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Vincent Smith, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Ready? Blue lady. I got one. Let's go.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Let's go.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
On the counter, here's Coleman. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They're looking to throw this. Winston. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, 24. Check 37. Check 37.
Watson now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard
Ready.
line.
You ready?
Check the out. Check the out. Check the out.
Let we go.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check curls. Check curls. Check curls.
They set the goal beginning of the year, hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.